guys, the Explorer04 here, Horrorboy465, welcome back to some more reviews. And today I'm talking about Kong Skull Island, which came out in 2017. Gets a 7.1 on IMDb, right by Jordan Vogt-Roberts. And Kong Skull Island is actually a very surprising film. This is a movie that definitely surprised me. Going into the theater, I was thinking that it was going to be an okay action movie. Because I really didn't see any other Kong movies besides the King Kong 2005 remake. When I had seen that, which it's an okay film. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it gets 7.2 on IMDb, has a big fan base. Peter Jackson did a good job directing it. It has some good shots, has a good atmosphere, and it has wonderful effects. But the thing with the King Kong remake from 2005 is that the pace is so slow. The movie's about 3 hours long, and this is about the King Kong remake. This isn't about this movie. This is about the King Kong remake real quick. The King Kong 2005 remake is about 3 hours long. 1 hour is on a boat. The second hour is on the island, and the third hour is pretty much in the city. If not that, then about 2 hours on the island, or at least a half hour was on the island, and then you get to the last the last part of the movie in the actual city. So the movie, the remake King Kong, the 2005 remake, I think is just, overall, I mean, it's okay, but the pace really needed to be fixed in that movie. I haven't seen the King Kong original film from 1933, but I desperately want to see it because I heard it was a classic, so I definitely want to see it. But Kong Skull Island, this is a movie that is going to the movie theater, picking a random movie to watch. Kong Skull Island kind of interested me from the trailer, and I had watched it and was thoroughly entertained. It's a very entertaining, action-packed fantasy adventure movie. And what I really like about this movie is, first of all, it's an hour and 58 minutes long. That was perfect. For me, the pacing was perfect. The action was paced really well. The acting was paced very well. And this just shows that you don't need 3 hours to establish characters. Now, 3 hours can work in film. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Big fan of that movie. Even the sequels, The Two Towers and Return of the King. Hobbit, Unexpected Journey. Another example of a 3 hour or 2 hour movie that can be really good. Slow burn movies can be really good. It's just, you have to be careful when you're doing slow burn movies, at least when it comes to when I watch film, because when slow burn movies are being done, you have to have interesting characters. You have to have things going on that are very interesting. You got to have intriguing, have an intriguing story and have good characters and good acting. If you don't have good acting, or if you don't have good characters or story, it just doesn't work out right. It's just, if you make a 3 hour long movie, for me, King Kong remake did not do this the right way. I mean, because I enjoyed the cast in the 2005 remake, but personally, the cast in this was much more entertaining. It wasn't that the acting was bad. It was just much of the dialogue just wasn't really that interesting, and I don't know. I mean, maybe Jack Black. That was probably it. The rest of the cast, I honestly didn't care for. And again, the acting wasn't horrible. It was just they weren't given interesting lines to say. And the first hour of that movie is on a boat. The second hour is on an island. And the third hour is when they get to the city. It's just a very, very long, drawn-out film that is well-directed, has great special effects. I will say that. Has a great score. I love the atmosphere of the island in that film. But it's just too drawn out. So that's going to be a review maybe for a different day when I do the King Kong movies. But the original King Kong I haven't seen yet, but I really want to. I'll also check out some of the sequels. I believe there's like a lot of sequels to the King Kong film. And then I've seen the 2005 remake, but it's just an okay film. It's an okay watch. It's a time waster, but I don't know. I mean, it's got some problems. But Kong Skull Island is definitely, and I would even say this is probably worth a Blu-ray pickup. It's an action-packed, really well-done adventure fantasy film. And I think that what this movie does better than the King Kong remake was, first of all, or the 2005 King Kong remake. Because I know there was a 70s King Kong remake, and I don't know if there's any more after that. But I'm talking about the 2005 King Kong remake from Peter Jackson. The thing that this movie did better than that movie is, first of all, I like the cast of this movie better. The timeline that was placed a little bit more better in this film around the Vietnam War. You got some really great songs in this movie, great score. The effects were really well done. Most of the time nowadays, I don't really like to see CGI a whole lot in film, but if you're going to do CGI, do it like this, or do it like Avatar, or do it like these other movies that use CGI in the right way. Do it well. If you're going to do it well. If you're going to have a CGI film, just use CGI well. I mean, that's all I really care about, is that the CGI looks good. But most of the time in film nowadays, they use CGI a little too much, and it just doesn't look that good. But if you put effort into it, it looks good. In this movie, they put a lot of effort in the effects. They put a lot of effort in the CGI. It looks great in this movie. But most of the time, you do get movies nowadays that just have way too much CGI, and the CGI just isn't good. If you're going to put CGI in a film, make it to where the CGI is good, it looks realistic, and I can't tell that it's a CGI effect. Like, stuff like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Big fan of that movie. That had some great CGI effects. I'm very excited about the new movie, War of the Planet of the Apes. Looks really good. And this movie just had some really good CGI effects. The character Kong in this movie, a giant creature, you really buy it's a giant creature. I mean, the 2005 effects were really well done as well. They had some great effects. But in this movie, the effects on Kong were great, and then you really bought it was just this giant creature. And the effects of just, landscapes being destroyed and, bombs being dropped, and the effects just were well done. I thought that this movie had a faster pace. It was an hour and 58 minutes long. It's a PG-13 movie, but it sort of is one of those on-the-line PG-13 movies. Like, it's PG-13, but if you would have added a little bit more to it, it could have been rated R. So it's a very cutting-edge PG-13 film. Like I said, with a great cast, great acting. The movie can get actually very thrilling and suspenseful at times. And great shots, well directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts, my bad. And you just have great cast as well. I mean, you got Tom Hiddleston, you got Samuel L. Jackson, you got John Goodman, you got he was from Straight Outta Compton, Dr. Dre's son, I think. But I'm gonna try and see if I can find him real quick. But you got Tom Hiddleston, who was also from the Avengers movies, also from the Thor movies. He played Loki. He's in this movie. I believe he was also in was he in Prometheus? I don't think he was in I'm not sure, but I know he was in the Avengers movies. But you've also got Dr. Dre's son in this movie, who's also in the 2015 film Straight Outta Compton. Really big fan of that film as well. And you've also got Brie Larson, John C. Reilly, John Goodman, Corey Hawkins, John Ortez, Tien Jing, Toby Kebbell. Just really, really good cast in this movie. I definitely thought the cast in this movie was really good. Corey Hawkins, he was in Straight Outta Compton. I believe he's Dr. Dre's son. But he played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton, and he was also in Iron Man 3 and Nonstop. I believe he's Dr. Dre's son. I'm not sure. But, yeah, he's pretty much in this movie as well, and pretty much what it's about is you've got John Goodman, and you got his character as well. They're both these researchers studying these myths and legends, and John Goodman literally tells this commander that there's this island called Skull Island, and surrounding the island is sort of this really bad weather, and it's an undiscovered island. He wants to get there to discover it and make history, and of course, he gets approved. It's around the Vietnam time. I thought they made it look like the actual 1960s, like they did that really well. And pretty much what John Goodman and Corey Hawkins do is their character's name is Hudson and Bill. They get with a Vietnam group of soldiers, and they're all helicopter pilots and stuff. And they take helicopters out to the Skull Island. And when they get there, they gotta get to the storm, and they start shooting bombs onto the island. And then Kong shows up, destroys helicopters, and from there on, it's them stuck on this island trying to figure out how to get off. And just well done acting, well done special effects, well done score. Really enjoyed the music. You got 2 Creedence Clearwater Revival songs. You get 2, so that's pretty cool. Big fan of that band. CCR, but Creedence Clearwater Revival. Really enjoy that band. But you get 2 songs of this movie from them. And just the environments and the creatures they encounter, just so the effects are just so good looking in this movie. They're just so well done, and just a very, very well made movie. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a very well made movie. I really enjoyed this movie. It's probably a shorter review because I don't really know what else to say about it. Don't want to spoil too much, but if you haven't seen Kong Skull Island, I definitely recommend it. Just a random movie. Went to the theaters and seen this at a random time, and it surprised me. Really good movie. Definitely going to pick it up on Blu-ray when the Blu-ray is released. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching my review on Kong Skull Island, and I'll see you guys on the next review. The Explorer 4 out. Bye, guys.